Home prices just crashed through the ceiling. Yes, home prices have went up even higher. Hey everybody, you're watching Bull, Boom, Bear, Bust. This is JJ, and we're back with another dose of economic reality. Yes, if you search home prices in YouTube and if you do a search anywhere else pretty much, you're going to see a lot of articles claiming that home prices are crashing. Now, asking prices are coming down in some areas, yes, but keep in mind an asking price is just a seller that listed their price or their home for a certain amount or certain price, and they didn't get an offer, so they cut the price. But what if they just listed their home for more than they should have? And yes, there has been a slowdown. I'm not saying prices are not going to fall at some point. Prices are not crashing. They're actually still rising year over year and have went past now 400,000. Article out of Reuters. Home sales are down 3.4%. Inventory still much lower than average. The median home price is up 15% year over year. That's $407,600. Inventory is also down from a year ago. So people telling you that inventory is skyrocketing, it's not true. And if you look at a chart right here, you can see that inventories are rising, but they're still way below where we were from 2017 to the beginning of 2020. And also sales are dropping. So when we see these two numbers converge, that's when we're likely going to see a noticeable difference in the home prices and a meaningful price drop or correction. Now, keep in mind the numbers that we're looking at are from the month of May, and the median price as of May represents homes that went into escrow a month or 2 months or even more prior to the month of May. So we're looking at sales prices for homes that went into escrow in March and April. And while home prices are not crashing, certainly there is going to be a bigger deceleration, and I do expect falling prices to widen. Now, right now, there are some areas that are seeing falling prices. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but it's certainly not a crash. And we're still up 15% year over year, as we talked about just a few minutes ago. But if we look at the homes that are closing in May, look at where mortgage rates were back in March and April. And we see that right now we're much, much higher than where we were. Back in March and April, mortgage rates were about 3.96 to the low fives. Now we're in the high fives, and we even breached 6% at one point. And there's a perception out there to some that I am a housing market cheerleader, that I want prices to go up because I don't want the price of my home to go down. That is not true. I hope the price of my home goes down. Maybe I'll have to pay. I'll be able to pay lower taxes, right? Also, I hope we see a crash in the cost of cars and trucks. I hope we see a crash in the cost of fuel. I hope we see a crash in the cost of living. I hope we see a crash in food prices. But I don't think we're going to see a crash in hardly any of those things. We may see a correction in housing, but when home prices do come down and become somewhat more affordable, how many people are going to have any money left for a down payment? How many people are going to qualify for a mortgage the way things are going? People are maxing out their credit cards. People are running up debt like never before. We saw a relief in 2020 with all the shutdowns and people stopped traveling, but now we're seeing unprecedented levels of debt being accumulated by the US consumer. So then you say, of course, then home prices have to fall more because nobody has any money. Well, yeah, there's still people out there with money, and a lot of them are in the top 10%. And guess what? They're going to come in and scoop up a lot of these deals, and your head's going to spin at how many homes are going to be bought by the already wealthy. Now, speaking of price cuts, let's talk about Utah. Utah saw the largest percentage of price cuts for homes that are for sale. Provo, Utah came in at almost 48% of homes listed had a price cut, so nearly half. Pretty close also. Tacoma, Washington, 48%. Denver, 47%. Salt Lake City, Utah, 45%. What's going on in Utah? Sacramento, 44%. Boise, Idaho, 44%. Ogden, Utah, 42%. Portland, Oregon, 42%. Indianapolis, 42%. Philadelphia, 42%. So I see on this trajectory here, I see and project that home prices will turn negative nationwide towards the end of the year. And I'm not predicting a crash. I just predict a decline in year over year home prices. And you can see what's happening right now, a big slowdown. Also, some people have been saying home prices are crashing, and they point to cities like San Diego. Folks, San Diego, we saw a $10,000 price drop in the median home price, and that put the median home price to 990,000 for the greater San Diego area. That's down from $1 million, folks. Let's do the math on this. A 10% price decline from $1 million is about 1%. So I guess if you want to say 1% is a price crash, then go ahead and call it a crash. But looking back over the last 5 or 10 years, in some areas, home prices were up 100, 200, 300%. And you're going to say 1% is a price crash, right? So the people that are saying that, what I think is they're just trying to get views. There can't be anyone out there that thinks a 1% decline is a home price crash. But thought I'd give you this update today on home prices. We're going to talk about diesel and some other things in our next report. Please let me know what you think. Are you seeing more for sale signs in your area? Really like to hear what you think about this. Like to read your comments on this. Please let me know what you think down in comments. And thanks for being here for this housing market update. Please make sure that you like and subscribe this video so we can bring you more of the latest financial, economic news. And we'll see you very, very soon. Bye for now, everybody. Keep stacking. Peace.